Episode 54, Public Transportation, a Comedy.
As someone who has spent plenty of time on public transportation, I can definitely relate to the hilarity that often ensues. There are few things in life that are as entertaining as watching people try to navigate a crowded bus or train. First of all, let's talk about the joy of rush hour. Nothing says fun like being crammed into a train car like a sardine, with your face pressed up against someone else's armpit. And of course, there's always that one person who thinks it's a good idea to bring a full-size suitcase onto a packed train. Because why not, right? But it's not just the physical discomfort that makes public transportation so hilarious. It's the characters you encounter along the way. There's always the person who wants to have a loud phone conversation, sharing every detail of their personal life with everyone within earshot. Or the person who decides to eat a smelly tuna sandwich on a crowded bus. I mean, if you're looking to clear out a seating area, that's definitely one way to do it. And let's not forget about the joy of trying to find a seat. There's always that one person who decides to save a seat for their imaginary friend, or their bag, or their pet iguana. Because who needs to sit down, right? Standing for 45 minutes is great for the glutes. But my favorite part of public transportation has to be the surprises. Like the time I got on a train and found myself sitting next to a man who was wearing a live parrot on his shoulder. Or the time I saw a guy carrying a live lobster on the subway. I mean, who needs a pet dog when you can have a pet crustacean, am I right? So if you're ever feeling down, just hop on a bus or a train and enjoy the free entertainment. You never know what you're going to see, or smell, or experience. And hey, if you're lucky, maybe you'll even make a new friend, or at least have a good story to tell. Public transportation, what a hoot. If you're ever feeling down and need a good laugh, just take a ride on your local bus or train. You're guaranteed to witness some of the most absurd and hilarious things that human beings are capable of. For example, have you ever noticed how everyone becomes an expert on personal space as soon as they step onto public transportation? People will contort themselves into all sorts of weird positions just to avoid touching someone else. It's like a game of human Tetris, except nobody wants to win. And let's not forget about the characters you encounter on public transportation. You've got the guy who talks to himself, the lady who brings her entire wardrobe with her, and the person who insists on playing their music so loudly that everyone within a 10-foot radius can hear it. It's like a real-life version of the game Guess Who? But my personal favorite thing about public transportation is the unexpected moments of kindness. You know, like when someone gives up their seat for an elderly person or helps a mom with a stroller onto the bus. It's these small acts of humanity that make riding public transportation not just bearable, but downright enjoyable. Now, I have to admit that I've had my fair share of embarrassing moments on public transportation as well. Like the time I got on the wrong train and ended up in the middle of nowhere. Or the time I fell asleep and missed my stop, only to wake up at the end of the line with a confused and slightly concerned bus driver staring at me. But hey, that's the beauty of public transportation, you never know what you're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates, except instead of chocolate, it's a bunch of strangers crammed into a metal tube hurtling through space. So the next time you're feeling down, hop on a bus or train and let the hilarity of public transportation lift your spirits. Just be sure to bring some hand sanitizer and a sense of humor. So, public transportation. The great equalizer. No matter who you are, where you come from, or how much money you make, we all have to deal with the joys of riding the bus or train at some point in our lives. And let me tell you, there's nothing quite like the experience of squeezing yourself into a crowded subway car during rush hour. I remember one time, I was on a packed bus and there was this guy who was just going to town on a bag of potato chips. I mean, this guy was crunching so loudly, it was like he was trying to break a world record or something. And of course, the only available seat was right next to him. So there I am, sandwiched between Mr. Potato Chip and a woman with a crying baby. It was like a symphony of chaos. But you know what they say, laughter is the best medicine. And if you can't laugh at the absurdity of public transportation, then you're in for a rough ride. I mean, where else can you witness a guy playing a trumpet next to a woman selling homemade baked goods, all while someone else is singing Sweet Caroline at the top of their lungs? It's like a circus on wheels. And let's not forget about the smells. Oh, the smells. I once got on a bus and the odor was so pungent, I swear I could taste it. It was like someone had left a bag of gym clothes in a hot car for a week and then lit it on fire. But hey, at least it's a great way to build up your immune system, right? In all seriousness, though, Public transportation may be a bit of a wild ride, but it's also a crucial part of our society. It allows people to get where they need to go, regardless of their income or social status. So the next time you find yourself crammed into a subway car with a bunch of strangers, just remember, we're all in this together. And if nothing else, at least it's a great opportunity for people watching.
And that wraps up another laughter-filled episode of Not So Funny A. If you enjoyed the jokes generated by our AI algorithms, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our comedy-loving community.